Hello, hello, my beautiful collective. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dee. If you're returning, welcome back. Glad to have you back. So we're starting with a love reading this time. I do want to do a fly through of the zodiac, but I don't know how quickly I'll get to that. Hopefully, I have it posted this weekend or maybe early next week. We'll see. We'll see. Um, this is a divine love message. It could be a divine counterpart. It could be soul tribe. Just love in general, mainly focusing on divine counterparts. So all my readings are timeless, past, present, or future. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Do not try to force a certain fit your narrative, okay? If you feel called to book a person with me, all that information is in the description box below, okay? So I feel like I have a very specific download and kind of like a mini story time. If you don't want to hear the story time, it's fine. You can fast forward a little bit to get straight to the reading. But I was meditating today and I was meditating in a different like position, and I kept hearing like Morticia and Gomez. The thing is, when I was hearing it, I couldn't remember Gomez's name for the life of me. 111 on the timer, if that's significant. 222-444-999, and the colors red and blue are also significant if they resonate for you. Um, but I couldn't remember Gomez's name for the life of me during meditation. I kept feeling like this energy of like the Gomez to your Morticia is what I wanted to say to myself, but I couldn't think of his name. As soon as I came out of meditation, his name came to me. I was like Gomez, and so you could be a huge Adam Family fan, so that could resonate with you as well. But it was just giving that type of energy what I was feeling, even when I pull cards for myself. It's like it's a lot of past life energy too today. So at the time of this reading, but it just feels like you guys are, and I've been feeling this energy for a while, just like people really coming into union at this time. Probably unexpected, probably not anything that you thought of. And I was getting like chance encounter as well. And this is where like the mini story time comes in. But it's giving like you had a brief encounter with this person. It was really brief, it was really quick, but it was a good one. And it feels like you didn't even get to catch their name. It feels like you have regrets for not catching their name, getting their Instagram, TikTok, um, phone number, whatever it is. And it feels like it's a very niche thing because if you've been following me for a long time, you know that I'm a huge K-pop fan. So like kind of niche, popular probably, but still like not a lot of people do that. So you might get a chance to find this person or see this person like within the next few days, weeks. I wouldn't say like any more than a few months. Um, and there's going to be a regret on both sides of not getting a name, a number, social media, um, platform like that, because it makes me think about when I met my best friend now. I met her at a K-pop uh, concert in Dallas, like 6, 7 years ago now, and we we really love this group. We were trying to get light sticks, and we went from merch table to merch table, and they were just selling out of light sticks because their concert before in Houston they didn't have light sticks, and the merch line was so disorganized. The whole thing was disorganized. So this, and back then it was just starting to get popular to have K-pop stores and being able to order light sticks and stuff at that time. Like it was starting to become more popular to do that at the time. And so getting a light stick at a concert was like the best thing we could do because shipping from Korea is like crazy, right? And so we're going from merch table to merch table, and we finally get to this last one, and we're all just like we're praying that we get a light stick, and then we hear the girls behind us talking about it. And my friend that I went with, she's like huge on like making friends at K-pop concerts and like joining conversations. So she just randomly joined that conversation, and I've never been somebody to do that. And you know, for me, it was just like I'm not making any new friends. It is what it is. Like that was my mindset back then. I was mid to late 20s, and I remember like, oh, we'll probably just talk to these girls and probably never see them again. And we all ended up like we were praying, praying. We got to the front of the merch line. We got the guy sold out of like light sticks in one box, but he found another box that was under like some merch t-shirts, and he opened it up, and we were just like praying. And then like one person in front of us tried to buy like 4 light sticks. We was like, nah, like to a person. But we had that like moment, and I don't even know if we caught names. I can't even remember if we told each other names at that time. But we had that moment, and then we just like dispersed, had a good time at the concert, whatever. At the end of the concert, me and my friend are trying to get an Uber, and the girls find us again, and we've been friends ever since. Like I love her down. She is my best friend. We have so much in common. And at the time, I was literally like, no new friends, no new friends, nothing like that. I don't want anything like that. And then I have a best friend for life. I love her so much. So it feels like that, like having a brief moment with someone, and then kind of like losing each other, but finding your way back to each other. And for the past life energy, it just feels like that's what that is. It feels like you've had this chance encounter, you've had this brief moment, and maybe even a friendship at some point. And it feels like someone was laying like on their deathbed at old age and saying like, I regret not telling the collective, you know, how I felt at the time. Like 30, 40 years later, telling their grandkids, great grandkids, like I really love somebody, like on some Titanic stuff. Titanic can resonate with you as well, but it feels like that. It feels like a divine couple who they always just missed each other for some reason. Like you always just missed each other for some reason. Maybe somebody moved, you knew each other at young ages, and one of you guys moved far away. And depending on the time period, like now everybody has cell phones, so if your childhood friend moves, you could still find a way to be in contact with them, right? But this feels just like you might have lost touch. You never said how you felt before they went away or passed away or something. And it feels like this went on for lifetimes. And it feels like the karmic debt with that is starting to be fulfilled. And it feels like a union is happening. Okay. But that was the main download. Also, Avalon could be significant. Listen to Avalon by DPR Ian. Maybe a lyric in there would stand out to you. Um, Mona Lisa by J Park is J Park. I don't know why I said that. J Hope. Maybe somebody likes J Park, but I know he's not like a different story for a different time. But Mona Lisa by J Hope from BTS is in my head too. Um, I don't know. It just feels like a chance encounter, something brief, but it's going to come back to you because it's meant to, because this is something that you waited for lifetimes. Okay? All right, let's get into it. All right, we have loyalty number 33. Choices number 46. Yin and yang with the black and white wings. We have High Priestess of Air number 6. And then we have movement. Could have heavy Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your chart. It feels like truth, like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is air. It's also swords in the tarot. It feels like a lot of conversation, a lot of honesty. And then we have Forbidden number 18. On the bottom of the deck, we have High Priestess of Fire number 5. Okay, so you can have heavy Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your chart. Yeah, something just told me to look. Yeah, this for me is new beginning. So we have High Priestess of Fire, the Fledging number 1, Message number 45, Conclusion number 12, and Belonging number 41. Individuality underneath that. That's just giving me like once this conversation or message is had, is ending a long cycle of separation. A long cycle of not getting to each other is what I'm getting here. Fulfillment on the break there, number 20. Any of those numbers can resonate with you. Honesty and passion, like a very passionate conversation. And that could have been what it was, like something that you two have in common. Okay. And it's like you think about the conversation over and over, or they think about the conversation over and over. And it's just like, dang, why didn't I get their number? Why didn't I get their social media? Why didn't I take a card? You know, like something like that. You might even be having dreams of like past life stuff where you see it happening and you see it not working out and you're just like waking up and like, why didn't I do something? You know? All right, in your energy collective, we have the Two of Swords, but just take whatever side resonates for you, okay? High Priestess in the reverse, Pisces energy in your person's. The Page of Pentacles in the energy of the relationship. The King of Swords and the Four of Wands reverse. The Six of Swords. Two of Pentacles, Justice, Ten of Wands, the Hierophant. Three of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. Always waiting, but it never coming into fruition. Always wondering, but nothing ever changed, nothing ever happened. This is giving me the energy of like as soon as you like let it go and move on, it comes back around to you, is what I'm getting. There could be like a lot of conversation in the 5D with your souls, your higher self, because I get this as two counterparts who have been separated for many lifetimes. And I picked up on energy similar to this. Check the timeless playlist. I probably have a title that's like close to what I'm saying now. But I just get this as two counterparts who've spent lifetimes separated, you know, together in the 5D, but it never coming to fruition in the 3D because there was always some type of karma coming in that on both sides wasn't seeing, wasn't handling, wasn't healing from. Yeah, Two of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful soulmates. Open hearts. So much love. Could have heavy Leo in your chart. Spirit, please clarify the Two of... I almost said Two of Wands. Two of Swords in the collective's energy for me, please. Thank you. The Seven of Swords, the Hangman, Pisces energy, the Emperor, Aries energy. Heavy on the Pisces and the fire signs. Okay, Five of Pentacles reverse, the Hierophant, Taurus energy. Page of Swords, King of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and the Star reverse, Aquarius energy. The Seven of Cups reverse. This is giving me like, what do you need to forgive for you to move forward? Because with the Two of Swords being your energy collective, it's like, what are you turning a blind eye to? What are you keeping yourself at a standstill that you know the truth of with the Seven of Swords in the reverse? Does it have to do with this person? Is this something that's a trigger for you? Because for me, with the Hierophant and the Emperor, this is someone who's very in tune with their masculine side and their higher self. This is also giving that this is where you want to commit. This is where you want to be long term. But there feels like there's a standstill because you're not forgiving yourself, forgiving your person, acknowledging something. And it feels like as soon as you acknowledge this and don't turn a blind eye to it or let your ego get in the way of it, then you align more deeply. Because we have the masculine energy in the upright here. The high priestess is in the reverse, and the high priestess is the higher version of the empress. And the Hierophant and the high priestess are like the divine of the divine, like married in the 5D, like divine union. And it just feels like something is blocked because something needs to be acknowledged. And it could be an abandonment wound with the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, healing a father wound, a mother wound within yourself. It could be the way that you view love, see love, how you envision your happily ever after. You might have to change your mindset about that. Maybe it's too broad, but it could also be too specific, if that makes sense. It's kind of like putting the manifestation out there and leaving it up to the universe and not being so, he has to be 6'5". What is it? I'm looking for a man in finance, trust fund, 6'5", blue eyes, like that, like super specific. It's like when my divine counterpart is ready and when the universe, God, source knows I'm ready, bring that person into me. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Yeah, we could be super specific for our manifestations and the house we want and all that stuff. But sometimes when it comes to people, there might be some things that we won't get because it could be out of reach, But it feels like there's something that you're like waiting for and it's there and the truth towards it, but you're like hesitant because it feels like you're waiting on an apology, on something to change, but it's something within you. Like it's a view set within you that has to change. You can't turn a blind eye to it anymore because you have commitment coming in, but you're also at a standstill. The Star in the reverse is something that you need to heal within self for this to move forward. You have the commitment, you have the person, they're ready, but there's something within you have to acknowledge. There's something within you have to forgive, whether it's like I said, an abandonment wound, forgiving a parent, childhood trauma. Yeah, but you're happily ever after. 10 of Pentacles, which you leave here on this earth, in this plane, how you're rich in this life, whether it's like financially rich or just like abundantly rich in any aspect of your life. It comes when you acknowledge this hurt, yeah. And then a wish fulfillment comes in for you. It could definitely have something to do with a father wound or a masculine energy, or someone who's heavily in masculine energy for you. But that's what that's giving me. And it just feels like as soon as you move on and move forward, everything is going to align and get in place. But we have to acknowledge this hurt. We have to acknowledge this pain and face our shadow in some way, shape, or form. It could even be you just speaking into your divine feminine and masculine energy within self. And not being afraid anymore. Being confident in how you move forward. Being confident that you can find the person. Being confident that you get the job. Being confident that your business will be successful. Being confident that you could go back to school and finish and things like that. It's a number of things that I'm feeling, but it's something like that. What are you not ready to forgive that you need to forgive? How does it bring more confidence, more balance, more peace, more determination to you? Is what I'm getting. And it helps bring this new confidence to you and helps you more align to this union, okay? In your person's energy, we have the High Priestess reverse. They have heavy Pisces in their chart. Please clarify that for me. Ten of Swords. Queen of Wands reverse. High Priestess reverse, clarifying the High Priestess reverse. They could definitely be a Pisces or have Pisces in their chart. I'm hearing Pisces Venus. Oh, isn't Venus retrograde in Pisces right now at the time of this reading? I think so. The Five of Cups, the King of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the World, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. You're kidding. And the Eight of Swords behind that. 3 aces and only one of them is in reverse. Your person is the one having the dreams of the past life. Like things that they regret not doing towards your energy in the past life. Yours is more 3D. Yours is more like now happening. Theirs is in the astral. Yeah, it's like, why didn't I go towards the collective? Why didn't I listen to my intuition? Why was I coming from a hurt place, hurt ego with the Ten of Swords to the Queen of Wands reverse? Yeah, the devil, Capricorn energy. They let fear block them. They let their unhealthy habits block them. They let ego block them from you in the past. And they're searching for you now to make amends. They might not even be super spiritual. They're probably just trying to figure out why they're having all these dreams. And they're having this dream of like past life energy, but they're seeing this version of you in the 3D now. And I feel like every time they go outside, they look for you. They look for you because they they want to apologize to you. Yeah, why was I afraid to change? Why was I afraid to commit? Why didn't I tell collective how I felt? Is what I'm getting off of that. And you know what this could be, collective? This could also be you forgiving them and forgiving yourself for also not taking that leap of faith towards them. For also not like taking their hand and just saying, let's do this. Because if you're having the dreams, collective, and you're trying to figure out like, or like playing it off, you know, just playing it off as a dream, like, I would never do that. Is that something you need to acknowledge? Have you been too afraid to take those leaps, those bounds, because of fear of it not being successful? And so you just write that off, like, oh, it was never going to happen anyways. It was never going to manifest anyways. It wasn't for me. Like you give up on it before it even starts because this past life karma holds you back from that. And this is what you need to heal to bring this into union. It could be a number of things. This is a general reading, but like it's something. You have to forgive yourself and someone else in that aspect because everything happens for a reason. It's all about soul growth, alignment. But yeah, everything happens for a reason. But this person is dreaming of you and they're upset about not being, I'm here, emotionally intelligent or available. They regret not, like, yeah, Two of Cups in reverse. They regret not telling you, like, you're everything to me. Like with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, they wish they had been honest about saying that you were it. And they should have left the door open for you. They should have been more open. Yeah, fear, just fear in the way. So yeah, they're definitely the ones having the dreams. They're definitely, you could be having the dreams too, collective. Like I said, take what side resonates for you. But this is just like this past life karma coming up and it's like bubbling to the surface because it's about to clear out for you guys. Excuse me. In the energy of the relationship, we have the Page of Pentacles. Please clarify that for me. Thank you. Look at that. The Three of Swords. The Four of Wands. The King of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. The Hierophant again. The Page of Wands. The Ten of Pentacles. The King of Cups. The Lovers reverse, Gemini energy and justice. Yeah, trying to bring balance back in. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles. For me, like, it feels like you're the both of you are going to have a dream at the same time, and how you clear out this karma is in the dream, because I don't feel like clearing out the karma is like super 3D. Like, some of it is, for like some of you is super 3D, and it might not even come of the form of this person, just the energy. Like, it might not be that you come into each other's lives and you blow out that karma together. It feels like this is something more energetic in a way for most of you. So when this person comes in, it's already cleared out. There's something that I keep getting forgiveness. I know the Page of Cups could be about accepting an apology, and the Page of like Pentacles is more like an offer or like a lesson, right? But like, I'm getting, when you forgive this pain, you get into alignment, you get into this commitment here. But you have to reach out and say, I forgive you, because it just wasn't the right time, and now is the right time. And we are going to make it work this lifetime, is what I'm getting. I should have pulled out my past life cards. But this is about full blown commitment and getting into balance with each other. And I feel like energetically, it's going to clear out for this to be stable, for this to manifest and go into your favor with the Wheel of Fortune to the King of Pentacles, especially to the Hierophant. Like, this is it. And with the Six of Swords, it's like, soon as you move forward, soon as you forgive, soon as you take that leap of faith into doing something, once you forgive yourself, whatever it is for you, whatever that fear is, before this comes in for you, soon as you face that pain and truth, you align with your highest timeline. You align with this person. But there's a truth that you know that has to be spoken, that has to be seen. And you have to be okay with facing that truth and facing that pain to get this to come into fruition, to get this to come into union. So whatever that is for you, collective. But there's a pain that you have, a pain that you have to face, an acceptance with the Page of Pentacles. It could be in the form of an offer in the 3D, but that's not like totally what I'm getting. This is meant for you. Like, the Four of Wands to the Hierophant is a big deal. And with the Wheel of Fortune, that's beautiful energy. You can't let the pain of the past control you anymore. You can't let that abandonment wound control you anymore. There's a release. Whether you're writing a letter to somebody, doing mirror work, healing your inner child in a way, forgiving your parents, forgiving the ones that hurt you. No hanging on and lingering. Even with this energy, you might not even quite know why you feel the way you do, and it's because this is past life. You're just not remembering it in this life. And it's the energy of forgiving yourself for not giving this a chance, and it followed you in this life for being too afraid to take certain risks at things when you have regret for that. How to bring you two closer together. We have the King of Swords reversed. Please clarify that for me. Oh, it flipped, but it didn't flip out. I don't even know what it was. Thank you. The Nine of Swords. The Ten of Wands. The Tower, Scorpio energy. The World. The Ace of Swords. The Five of Swords. The Moon reverse, Cancer, Pisces energy. The Ten of Cups, the Lovers. And Justice again, Gemini and Libra energy. The Devil. I don't want to be like dramatic and say your whole life is going to change when you finally come into this union, but it definitely can, right? And there's going to still be things that freak you out, that scare you, that kind of mimic the things, the past, like karma that you have with this person, and literally like not taking their hand in all those lifetimes. There's going to be things that freak you out. There's going to be things that scare you. There's going to be things that you feel are very heavy on you, especially with that Ten of Wands. But always, always be honest with yourself and them, because I feel like this is a love where you are authentic, you are true. They won't judge you, they will understand you because this is your person, right? There's always going to be something that triggers this for you, because the universe is always teaching us a lesson. They're making sure that we're keeping up with the things that we learned from the past. It's not going to be like a karmic relationship where it's always something to see if you're learning a lesson and you're going to get yourself out. It's always just going to be like checking up on you, like homework, a pop quiz, I guess you could say. There's always going to be something, but they want you to remember. They just want you to remember everything that you learn. They don't want you to go back to how you were in the past, where you weren't speaking your truth, where you weren't honest with yourself, where you told yourself that you couldn't, where you told yourself you weren't deserving. They don't want you to go back to that. Always be truthful moving forward, whether you're in union with this person or not. This has been a hard thing for you to get out of your head, to let anxiety and ego drive you past relationships, past situations. How you bring this closer together is always being honest and truthful within self and with this person. Don't let the door of the past stay open. Because like I said, this karma is clearing out, but we don't want it to repeat. And then in the next life, you're here again getting another reading, In the next life, it should be going smoother. There should be no karmic debt. It feels like in the next life, when you and this person encounter each other, it won't be a chance encounter and you don't get the name. Next time you'll get the name. Next time you'll get the number. Next time you'll get the Instagram. It's not going to be one and done, and then you're not sure if you'll ever meet or see that person again. So Spirit is just saying to make sure the karma stays cleared. Let's not revert back to always. I know as humans we have those tendencies, but when Spirit throws that test at us, that pop quiz, let's stay truthful, let's stay honest, let's stay consistent in our healing, because we're humans and we're always healing. Okay. And this is what I'm curious about. The Four of Wands reversed and the potential. Okay. Spirit, please clarify that. Thank you for all your messages so far. The Four of Wands reversed. The Four of Swords reversed. So like I said, fours are significant. The Three of Cups. Strength and the Devil. Leo and Capricorn energy. Two of Wands, Page of Swords, Ten of Cups. Knight of Wands, Nine of Cups, Knight of Swords, all the knights in reverse. King of Wands. Until you get into alignment, union can happen. There's something here with your heart chakra, with strength there. There's a certain plan, a certain destiny laid out for you. It feels very like specific, but it's at a standstill right now, because there's something that you have to master within self. And like I said, it could be you being more truthful, being more honest, right? There's something with fear in your heart, the strength to the Devil, that's keeping you out of union with self for this person to come in. It causes you stress. And it could be where you live with the Four of Wands in the reverse, or it could be a job. It's something out of alignment that you need to master. And like I said, there's something within you, collective. It could be a number of things. I named so many things in this reading. It could be whatever it is for you in your healing journey. Your path to destiny is so bright, it's so beautiful. And once you master this lesson, it feels like it's all going to align. But there's something that's like deep in your shadow, deep in your subconscious. Okay? That's like halting this from coming into union. Even if you have like dreams of like, if your divine purpose is to be a light worker in some way, shape, or form, whatever it is for you, because being a light worker doesn't just mean pulling tarot cards and everything like that. You could be a songwriter, a musician, an artist, writing books, owning a candle shop. I don't know. It could be any of those things of how you do your light work this lifetime. There's something that you have to acknowledge. There's a fear. There's a wound that just needs to be healed and poured love into. This is a aspect of you nurturing yourself and not abandoning yourself and not letting fear drive, because it feels like for so many lifetimes that's how it has been, and spirit doesn't want you to go through another lifetime like this. They want your spirit team, your ascended masters is what I'm hearing, like they want you to thrive as much as you're supposed to. Our human lives are so short, and they just want you to thrive. They want you to have this love. They want you to have that fulfillment with self. And this is about right now, like in this potential, this is about union within you first with that Three of Cups in the reverse. I'm not getting like this person is going to come in. I feel like there's like this very, very like slow pace walk to the fork in the road, or like the destination. It's not a stop. It's just very, very slow moving, like that, like the Knight of Pentacles upright, but it's very, very slow moving. There's something in your heart space, and this could be your person. Maybe you are balanced. Maybe you know what it is, and this could be your person. But I'm getting more so as you collective. So like I said, take whatever side resonates for you. For your person, it's more subconscious. For you, it's like a mixture. It's like subconscious and 3D. Once you figure out the plan, once you figure out how to like take that step by step, I feel like it's all going to flow the way it's supposed to. And before you know it, like that, your life is going to change. This person is going to come in, the dream job is going to come in, the house, the car, whatever your happily ever after looks like to you is going to come in. But there's an acknowledgement of pain here. And this is past life karma between you and this person. It's just different energies for like everybody. I'm just saying the biggest ones here, okay? Sorry if that made like a lot of noise. Advice for the collective. Advice. Thank you. The the Nine of Cups, the Star, Aquarius energy. The King of Swords. The Seven of Cups. The Seven of Wands. Sevens could be significant. Four of Swords reverse, the Six of Wands. The Fool reverse, Aries energy, the King of Wands, the Page of Swords, Judgment. The Moon, Cancer, Pisces energy. Heavy on the like water and fire. And the Queen of Cups behind that. A lot, like a good amount of you, this gets resolved in a dream. Or dreams, a series of dreams with the Seven of Cups. I'm getting that. For some of you, like whatever encounter you, like the chance encounter that you have with this person, the talk becomes so deep that you don't even realize that you're healing your karmic like debt in that moment for a lot of you. And then when you separate from this person, because there's going to be a brief separation, I give it a few months as what I'm feeling, okay? But it could resonate. All of us are in different timelines. It feels like that brief encounter that you had with them, like when you didn't get their like phone number or something like that, whatever that was very healing for the connection. For others of you, it's happening in a dream before you even come into like contact with this person in a 3D. A lot of you is like very subconscious 5D, and like some of you is like 3D. It's like a mixture. But for a lot of you, it's dreams. So pay attention to your dreams. Keep your dream journal by your bed, because destiny is calling, but you have to speak up. You have to be honest. There has to be a release. You have to be ready to talk for this to be victorious. You cannot fear new beginnings. You cannot let ego be in the way with the King of Wands reverse. Say what you need to say, okay? In the words of John Mayer, you guys are at judgment. This is time. And you can no longer be at a standstill. This is a love of a lifetime for you with the Queen of Cups. This is fulfilling within self. And with this person, yeah, Eight of Swords reverse, we're letting it go. We're getting out of our head. We cannot, yeah, the Lovers, we have to get back balance. We have to choose ourselves and love ourselves so we could be able to be in these healthy relationships, right? We cannot fear change. We have to let change happen. You are getting a new, beautiful opportunity with this person in this lifetime. You're clearing out this karmic debt, okay? It's just going to vary for a lot of you how that karmic debt is being fulfilled. If it just feels like it's a huge clearing, and at the time of this reading, we are in eclipse season, and eclipse seasons are about clearing out, are about those shifts, are about those changes in energy. Okay, so spirit, they just wanted you to know that, like, for a lot of you, it's dreams, and don't hold back in any way, shape, or form, even if it happens in a 3D. Don't hold back. Be respectful. Don't be rude. Don't be, don't be disrespectful. But destiny is here. It's happening. You just have to be truthful, authentic, real, and feel the fear, but do it anyway. Okay. Advice for the collective. Advice. Okay, so we have second bloom. A second chance is never too late. New possibilities, I'm telling you. In this lifetime, like, this is your chance. Okay, the second bloom is 122. This is a card of second chances, new beginnings, regeneration, and reinventing yourself. It's never too late to surrender to what's blooming within you. All that matters is that you surrender to the buds that are longing to grow and be known. No matter your age or what may have previously occurred, this card is an invitation to surrender to a second bloom, to welcome the new and share it with the world, to acknowledge the secret passions, longings, creations, and yearnings, and let them bud and bloom. If we properly allow things to end, new beginnings will always come. If we surrender to the cycles of life after winter, spring will always return. Oh, happy Aries season and happy birthday, Aries, because we're in spring right now. If we tend to the seeds in the fertile earth, they'll eventually emerge. Just as we think the season's over and winter's drawing near, some roses bless us with an unexpected second bloom. If this card appears in a spread, it's likely a sign that you too are set for a second bloom. Perhaps you have a creation that's waiting to be brought forth, or maybe it's a new relationship or passion in your life. Maybe what's waiting to be born is a new version of you. The more open we are to change, the more open we are to life. The more open we are to life, the more open we are to being born again anew. Yes, this is what it means to truly live. Being open to saying yes to life. And when you eventually take your last breath, you'll do so while still fully living. What unexpected thing wants to bloom within you? Didn't I say in a past life you were on your deathbed and like had regrets? Like, I felt that for somebody. This lifetime, when you do draw your last breath, you won't feel that. You will know that you have lived. You would know that you did everything that you were supposed to do in this life and ascend to bigger and better things, whether you reincarnate or you become ascended master, an ancestor, you know, continuing to like lead your bloodline into healing, whatever it is for you after this life. But you will know that you live fully because you finally made the choice to choose you, do, and be like who you love within self, and have those same frequencies and energies outside of yourself. Advice for the collective. The end of a self-type cycle approaches. I feel like I said that all crazy. Capricorn energy. Nothing is yet set in stone. Prosperity lies ahead. Taurus energy. A time to give rather than take. Virgo energy. A fiery climax approaches. Aries energy. On the bottom, we have a personal issue reaches resolution. We have nothing will come of this situation, which I don't really feel too much coming off of that. But you're at the end of a cycle, or end of a karmic cycle. Advice for the collective. Sheesh. All right, so we have color, number 40. We have soul journey, number 9. And then we have insight, number 13. And look on the bottom, we have soul name. You are truly remembering who you are. A lot of you might be getting Akashic record readings and learning your soul's name. There's so many guided meditations on YouTube for Akashic records, so you know you could be learning that truth. You're awakening to ancient wisdom. You're remembering who you truly are at this point because this love is guiding you in that direction. It feels like you're all lit up. It feels like your like soul is just the color of all the chakras and it's just like beaming. It's because you did everything you were supposed to do. You're remembering who you truly are. You've manifested this beautiful timeline for yourself. Beautiful healing, beautiful relationship. And it's just working out in your favor. It's just that there's this one thing that just still needs to be looked at. But it's all coming true. Like it's just like you even after you meet this person, you might even start having dreams of your past life. You might not even need to access your Akashic records because it's all coming to you in dreams. But we all have access to our Akashic records. You can access it at any time. Advice for the collective. Thank you. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. For extend your light-hearted energy to others. We have worth waiting for. Divine time is at work in your love life. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. What did I say? Past life love. You've known each other before. We have chemistry. This is a strong magnetic attraction. And then we have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. We have make the effort on the bottom. Advice for the collective. Thank you. Warning, don't dismiss the red flags here. And I just feel like that's that inner soul work that you have to do. Retreat. Time alone in nature will help you recharge. Go sit by your favorite tree, okay? Play hard. Find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. And then we have awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. I feel like that's both of you. We have acceptance. Everything happens for a reason, which I said earlier. And then we have new love. A new love or recommitment to love is developing. And we have release. Release. Radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. Okay. And then I see apology. So that's, I feel like that's just that forgiving energy that's like a part of the karmic debt. Advice for the collective. We have metamorphosis. Embracing transformation. Things are now different. Almost said transportation. Some of you could just like be drivers or something, do Uber. I'm hearing like Metro. Okay, so it's 106. Those numbers could be significant to you. Water, more than any other element, is very used to change. Like lobsters, which must shed their shells in order to grow when the conditions call for it, water transforms itself from liquid to solid and to gas. And while it may appear that the way we humans change is a little more subtle and than slow than that, as ever changing beings living in an ever changing world, we're constantly transforming too. Every moment of every single day is an opportunity to embrace or resist change. When we embrace change, we embrace the intelligence of life. When we resist change, we resist the intelligence of life. Often it often it's in the growth phase that we feel most uncomfortable. When we've outgrown our skin or our shell or our old way of being, it requires great courage to release for what was for the chance to begin again. This is what it means to transform, and it's what this card is all about. It's time to embrace what's changing around and within you, to see it as an opportunity for great transformation and growth. Healing Waters activation. I embrace the changes that are happening around and within me. I'm ready to let them transform me. Yes, this is it. Okay, shedding old skin, releasing the past, ready for a new start, and not fearing of what's coming next, the unknown. Advice for the collective. Okay, so we have Capricorn energy with take a reality check. And we have, more Capricorn energy, leave the past behind. On the bottom, as Sagittarius energy, believe in your good luck. Heavy on leave the past behind. Advice for the collective. All right, we have Skull Crystal Wisdom, clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy. Okay, and Crystal Skull Wisdom is 61. All aspects of your life are becoming clearer at this time. Expect to become aware of what you need to step away from to have a more focused path. You may have felt indecisive, but now you are downloading direct guidance from the heart of source so that you can live and express yourself in a more authentic way. Know that downloads often appear as your own inner guidance, encouraging you to move forward. The key is to recognize the calmness they bring. This is a time of clarity and connection. Crystal Skull Wisdom is here to bring clarification to what you have been receiving within. In order for the next phase of your journey to unfold, you must follow the information you have received. You know what you need to do to heal and grow. If you've been asking for a sign that the healing work you have been doing has been successful, trust that this card is the message you have been waiting for. Some of you might be having like bladder problems, like peeing a lot. Maybe you have a UTI. Go get checked out by your doctor. Drinking a lot of water. I don't know. Advice for the collective. Okay, so we have acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. We have discipline, a lot of purple, so crown chakra. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. And then we have love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. We have failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. We have patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. We have regret. I know that I cannot change the past. And on the bottom, we have peace. Look. And I say this to you guys all the time. Because it feels like dwelling on the past with that energy, and you have to continue to fight for love and acceptance within self with this. Like I said, we're human. We all make mistakes. Things happen, but we can't bully ourselves or continue to be mean to ourselves about what we did in the past, because that's what it feels like. And you have to make peace with the things that you did, the things that were said, what people did to you. And it takes time to heal that, but don't keep beating yourself up for accepting less than or putting yourself through something. All right, because moving forward, you're not going to have those feelings with this person. You're not going to have those feelings of regret or like failure. It's something that you're always going to be reminded that you're healing from, but it feels like an energy of beating yourself up about it. And we don't want to dwell on that. If you need to journal about it, scream about it, let it out in some type of way. But Spirit wants you to find acceptance in that and be patient with yourself. It's not going to happen overnight. Don't get mad at yourself because your healing journey feels like it's taking a long time, or this aspect of yourself that you're still working through, this shadow work that you're still working through feels like it's taking a long time. This person could come in as you're doing that, but there's like I said, there's an acknowledgement that needs to happen within this, so this could come into union for you. But don't beat yourself up about it because of how long it might be taking you. Healing is not linear. Okay, it's not going to just go in one direction. You plant the seeds and you wait for them to grow. A sunflower and a rose does not grow overnight, right? You have to wait for all of that. Like, just be very patient with yourself at this time. We look at the past, but we don't live there. And always remember that. We acknowledge it and we remember how far we've come and how far we've grown. And we're going to have those days of doubt. We're going to have those days of ego, just like an anxiety just getting to us. But as long as we come back to our healing, to our acceptance, to our growth, that's the most important thing. And I know my love readings aren't always like everybody else's on YouTube, because there's always a lesson, there's always something to be healed within self for divine love. I already know this person is coming in for you. I already know that this is happening. It's what you have to do for you for this to come in, right? Advice for the collective. Okay, so we have Treasure Island number 9. Let me pause while I get the book. All right, number 9. Okay, Treasure Island, the essential meaning. The law of attraction, bringing dreams into fruition, the results of positive thinking made manifest. Abundance appearing as if from nowhere, financial gains, and the sharing of good fortune. Your relationship is a treasure, providing even more than you need, but you may not see that right now. No matter how long you've been together, you and your partner are always discovering hidden gems about yourself and each other. Now is a time of discovery. It's as if everything is in sync and everything is new again. Romance blooms and love is in the air. You can be assured that this partnership will bring you great gifts and valuable lessons. Keep your heart open. The message of this card is to celebrate love and what it teaches you. That's what I'm saying. There's going to be hard moments. And you might not see it as clear now, but know that this will always be a beautiful partnership, not just about the romantic aspect of it, but an actual partner. Because everybody always thinks about the lovey-dovey side and not the whole energy of what it takes to be in a relationship. A lot goes into it, years and years. And you always hear those couples who like talk who've been together 30, 40 years, and they just say try to still have fun, but also know that it requires a lot of patience. There's going to be versions of your partner that you're not going to be too fond with as the years go on. But like I said, you have to remember that growth. You have to remember that we're humans, we're ever changing, and you're just falling in love with other aspects and new versions of themselves. It's not going to always be 100%. It's going to be days where it's 60-40, 70-30. You know, it's going to be days like that. But it's always going to be love and energy and just acceptance and growth and just beauty at the end of it. Like when you look back at your life, you're going to realize how beautiful it became from the time that this person comes into your life, wherever timeline that you're on. You're going to realize the beauty in all of it when it finally happens for you. It's literally just worth the wait, you know? Advice for the collective. I felt like that was so loud. If in the near future, if you believe the situation will improve, communicate clearly, abundance, a year from now. And then we have no. So if just a no question on your mind, Spirit saying no. Yeah, I know I'm nosy, so I might clarify that. What I'm getting from communicate clearly is don't hide so much of yourself, because there's no point of being fake, because everything that's in the dark comes to light, right? Don't hide aspects of yourself. Don't make yourself small. It will always feel like an energy of just being authentic. And that might be what this is, to just be more authentic in your 3D life. So you know that you feel safe in what you're walking into with this person. I'm going to see why no is here though. Spirit, why is no here? Just to see what comes out. Why is no here, Spirit? The Fool. The Hierophant. Queen of Cups and the Hangman. The Eight of Pentacles, the World. The Emperor, the Knight. Babes, you can't stay where you are, is what I'm getting from this. You can't stay still. You have to pour your heart into your passions. You have to pour your heart into your hobbies. And this is the new chapter starts, but you can't be afraid to like not do that. Yeah, union is on the other side of that. Commitment is on the other side of that. Yeah, but you have to bring in balance. This feels like an energy of like, if I stay in this place, will this still come in? Spirit is saying no. There's something here that's a part of your destiny that you're working really hard towards, and you have to move out of a spot from where you are, because yeah, this is a choice for you, but this is also balance. You have to make that choice for you. You can't stay where you are. You can't stay complacent. No. There's something that has to change. Yeah, no, you're ready. Yeah, you're ready to change. You're ready to move. You could also be connecting to Soul Tribe. I'm glad I looked under that. Yeah, listen to your intuition. Improving health, that could be physically, emotionally, mentally. But you can't stay where you are. You've worked too hard and you've grown too much to just stay in one place. There's something in your destiny that's requiring you to just move. And like you moving towards that brings you closer to this person. I hope my like downloads don't confuse y'all, because like it was a series of different things. A series of different things in this reading, but the main energy is consistent, you know. Affirmation of advice for the collective, Spirit. Thank you for all the messages today. Affirmation of advice for the collective. Thank you. It is my birthright to thrive. Please write that in the comments if you made it to the end of the reading. I'm allowed to say no. I strengthen my inner world to meet my outer world with grace. Love that. And look at that, my future self can handle it on the break. All right, guys. I hope that this reading helped. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you for being here with me and making it to the end of this reading. Like I said in the beginning, if you feel called to book a personal with me, all that information is in the description box below. You guys stay safe. You guys stay blessed. And I will see you in the next reading.